Hi guys, so this is the video that I'm going to show you how to do the Retell lecture on IELTS. So first of all, make sure you have a headset with the microphone, especially the wire one. Don't use a wireless because it may impact on your speaking. Second is your microphone position. So make sure that you don't place microphone too close to your lip because it may capture your breathing. Okay, so make sure you check your microphone in the exam properly, especially place the correct position and the correct volume that you are going to speak to be able to get the maximum score for your speaking. Right, so click on practice and click on Retell lecture. So prepare the notebook and the pen so you listen to the audio and you need to take notes. Right, so I'll click on filter and click on exam question, apply it. Right, you can adjust the volume from the audio and click on start.
What is going on, guys? My name is Bucky Roberts, and welcome to your very first tutorial in biology. Now, in this video series, what I want to do is I want to talk to you guys about many different topics concerning biology. For example, I want to talk to you guys about DNA and genetics and cells and bacteria and life and a whole bunch of interesting stuff. But since this is the very first video, I think what we should do in this video is just stick with the very basics. And the first thing I want to do is talk to you guys about what is biology? So let's go ahead and answer that question. And the definition of biology is this: the study of life and living organisms. All right, that makes sense up to a certain point, up until organisms, because you may have heard of organisms before, and you may have your own definition, but the scientific definition of an organism is a living thing. Well, that's easy. We know what living things are. I'm a living thing. Plants, grass is a living thing. My puppy, named Old Dan, cutest puppy ever, by the way, is a living thing. But whenever we talk about living things, believe it or not, things get kind of complicated because then you have to ask yourself, what is life? Well, of course, if you ask your grandma or your best friend, or even if you ask a philosopher, what is life? Everyone is going to give you kind of a different definition of their outlook on life. However, whenever scientists and biologists were first deciding, you know what is life? That's the problem that they had. Everyone had their own separate definition of life itself. So what they needed to do before biology was even invented, which is, of course, the study of life, is scientists needed to agree on the definition of life.
The lecture was about welcome to tutorial of biology, DNA, genetics, cell, bacteria. First video about basics. Furthermore, the speaker mentioned that what is biology, definition, study of life and living organism. Moreover, the speaker mentioned that organism, definition of science, living things. In addition, the speaker mentioned that plant, grass, puppies, complicated, what is life, ask grandma and photographer. Finally, the speaker concluded that definition of life, what is life? Everyone has different definition and scientists has a new definition of life. Okay, so you can be able to see that oral fluency, pronunciation, and content. Right now, most of the word I say look like a computer can understand it. You can be able to see your answer analysis, right? From here, you see the lecture was about, welcome to tutorial biology. You can listen to your recording again just to make sure whatever you say is translated correctly. And this is the voice analysis. Now, in terms of content recognition, is pretty much, most of the time for the female voice, it will recommend that you need to be calm when you are speaking. However, as a female voice, mainly you will have the high-pitched voice. So that will impact on your content recognition. But it's not, in the case in your exam, depend on your voice. For me, in terms of content recognition in this one, it should be all right. But some students, they do have the problem with the voice. And in that case, you need to make sure that you have consult with the trainer just to make sure that you don't have the voice problem, okay? Now I can place the recording again, and just to make sure that, you know, I don't hesitate. Whatever I say is clear enough, and as long as you finish before 40 seconds, okay? The lecture was about welcome to tutorial of biology, DNA, genetics, cell, bacteria. First video about basics. Furthermore, the speaker mentioned that what is biology, definition, study of life in living organism. Moreover, the speaker mentioned that organism, definition of science, living things. In addition, the speaker mentioned that plant, grass, puppies, complicated, what is life, ask grandma and photographer. Finally, the speaker concluded that definition of life, what is life, everyone has different definition, and scientist has a new definition of life. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my notes, and as you can see, whatever I read, I just read through my notes, okay? So this is the list of the keywords that I have, right? And you can be able to see that I group the keywords together in the phrases. So it's easier for me to know when I need to pause. Okay, so that's the list of the keyword that I have from this audio.